Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Corpse Party Book of Shadows. In the last episode, I managed to unlock the true end for Chapter 5, and along the way, I started to unlock the wrong ends for it as well. But long story short, real life kind of popped in, and I kind of had to shut everything down and leave things unfinished before I could complete all of Chapter 5 in just one sitting, which was my original plan for the last episode, but, well, real life kind of takes priority over this, so, yeah. So, I'm going to just resume getting the wrong ends for Chapter 5 as before, and then I will, I guess, share my general thoughts on Chapter 5 as well, because I realized I didn't really comment much on what I thought of the whole chapter, but then again, I guess I can't until I see all the wrong ends. So I will, like I said, I'll just continue resuming that, and then once I get that done, I will then move on to the next chapter. So I will see you guys shortly. Finally, something new. Something hit me hard right in the back of the head. I began descending face first toward the ground. It felt like I was falling in slow motion, though. The ground just kept coming. Yet for some reason, I couldn't even put my hands out to break the fall. It was like I was being slowly swept toward a wall by some giant wave. My glasses fell from my face, and I distinctly remember watching them roll around. Uh-oh. So, who's the dick who hit you? Mitsuki's panicked screams brought me back to reality. Suddenly, I remembered what was happening. She and I had pursued Emi Urabe from the pool back into the school building, and found her quickly enough. Unfortunately, she was already dead. Her head had been smashed open on the ground like a roasted chestnut. Probably hammer time. Who could have done such a thing, we thought. And like it or not, it seemed I now learned the answer. Mitsuki was inconsolable, understandably. But after some doing, I'd finally managed to drag her away from Urabe's remains. We'd just begun walking back toward the school entranceway when I got struck from behind and found myself careening toward the floor.
Oh my head!
Bastard! I was losing focus, but I could still make out the pool of blood spilling from my head, accompanied by a sound reminiscent of a leaky faucet. You are definitely dead. And unfortunately, I could also make out the vague form of a man standing over me, raising whatever he'd hit me with into the air for another strike.
Yamek!
Wait, stop! I instinctively shielded my head with my right arm, and felt every nerve ending, every muscle in it twist unnaturally as the blunt object came down. My arm! Fukuroi! No! Please, stop! Stop! Mitsuki's tomboyish face looked uncharacteristically wrinkled and puffy, with tears streaming down both cheeks. Or maybe it was just my blurry vision.
Mitsuki!
Mitsuki! Run! You are definitely dead. Mitsuki's sobbing screams and frantic footsteps began receding into the distance. This made me feel a little better. At least she'd be safe, I thought. It took only moments for my vision to go completely dark, but then I had taken a hammer to the head. Still, considering what I'd just been through, I'd expected to be unconscious by now. But I wasn't. I could feel every part of my body clearly. I kind of wished I couldn't, considering. But I was pretty sure I could still move, at least for the moment. So I decided to do my part. With my uncrushed left arm, I reached out blindly, felt my attacker's leg as he began turning to pursue Mitsuki, and grabbed on tight. I won't let you go after Mitsuki. Mitsuki was important to me. Well, I guess this kind of helps explain what happened to you two after we separated. Was I still alive? Sorry. I couldn't even count the number of broken bones I'd suffered, and I could still feel every one of them. My head, my arms, my ribs. Every part of me was throbbing with agony. No one part of my body would hurt more than another. Every injury was unbearable, and you were going to be suffering real bad by the time you die.
驚いたな。この状態で生きてるのか。
Kizami? I must say, I'm impressed. To still be alive in your condition. Someone was next to me, down on one knee, head right at my ear, from the sound of it. Wait a minute. So was it you that attacked Fukuroi? A young man, probably around my age.
聞こえてるか。何があった？
Can you hear me? What happened? I couldn't see a thing at this point. Not even vague shapes. But the voice addressing me sounded somehow familiar. I felt this was someone I could trust. Be careful. Save the others.
みんな。
The others. Please, Mitsuki.
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. Mitsuki. Help her.
ああ、頼まれた。ちゃんと面倒見てやるよ。
Alright. I can do that. I'll be certain to look out for her. Even without seeing his face, I could tell he was sneering when he said this. Then, in the next instant, I felt something hot bore into my abdomen. Well, even if you didn't attack him to begin with, you certainly finished the job.
お前はもう楽になれ。もっとも、ここじゃ死んでも痛みは消えないらしいけどな。
It's time for you to rest in peace. Though they say even when you die, your pain never goes away here. Why?
どうでもいいだろ。 お前はもう死ぬ。
What does it matter? You're going to die anyway. Mitsuki, run! Which way? Oh, so it just gives me a choice. Let's go the covered walkway. Fukuroi. Emi. Why? Why?
そうだ、黒崎。
Wait.
黒崎がきっとこの校舎のどっかに。知らせなきゃ。
Kurosaki's in here somewhere too. I have to warn him. I ran anywhere and everywhere looking for Kurosaki, screaming his name at the top of my lungs. But he was simply nowhere to be found.
黒崎！どこ？黒崎！
Kurosaki! Where are you? Kurosaki! Not in here either. I had no idea when that horrible, expressionless man would show up again with his giant hammer. Every little sound was making me cower in fear. So it was Hammer Time who did it. Attacked Fukuroi. What I needed was a weapon. Something to defend myself with. There had to be something like that in here. Right? Well, let's take a look. Nothing interest here. That creep would come barging in at any moment. I have to find a weapon. Then let's look in here. There's nothing interest here. How about here? There's an oversized chisel in one of the drawers.
武器になるかも。
So this could be used as a weapon.
とにかく身を守らないと。くそ、震えるな。
I just need to hide somewhere. Damn it, stop shaking! I carefully took the chisel into my quaking hands. I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to fend off an attack with it, but it was certainly better than nothing. Amen to that.
Kurosaki, やっぱりいない。どこ行ったのよ。
Kurosaki really isn't around. Where the hell could he have gone?
また廊下の穴の形とか変わってる。今なら黒崎と合流できるのに。
It looks like the holes in the floors have been shifted around again, which means I should be able to meet up with Kurosaki now.
袋井、ごめんね。私一人で逃げて。
Fukuroi, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I ran without you. I know it's not really gonna help much, if at all, but if you had stayed, you would have been killed too.
怖くて頭の中パニックって。
I was just so scared, and I panicked.
袋井は私のこと構ってくれてたのに。
You protected me up to the bitter end,
だ
Fukuroi.
よね。私
I'm such a coward.
もし私が男で勇気と力があったら、黒崎や木南くんみたいな強い男子だったら、
If only I were a
黒井のこ
boy.
と助けてあげられたのに。
A big, strong boy like Kurosaki or Kizami, overflowing with courage and strength. Then maybe I could have saved him. Well, Kizami's not exactly overflowing in the courage department, but strength, well, he can lift and knock over shelves with relative ease, so he's got at least that going for him, I suppose.
誰か来る。誰
Somebody's coming.
さっきのあいつだったら、私。
Who is it? If it's that man again,
山本。無事か。
Yamamoto. You're okay? Well, you're dead.
キザミくん
There you are, you crazy son of a bitch. Your character artwork looks a hell of a lot better in higher resolution. Kisame!
探したぞ。
I've been looking all over for you. Tall and handsome, but always just a little on edge. He never changed one bit. Oh, he changed all right. And you're gonna find that out the hard way. You poor, poor soul, you. This was Yuuya Kizami, one of my classmates.
キザミくんフクロウがエミも二人とも
Kisame! Fukuroi was... and Emmy. They were both.
山本。大丈夫。大丈夫だ。
Yamamoto.
事情は大体わかってる。
It's alright. Everything is going to be alright. I understand the situation, more or less.
だって二人とも殺されたんだよあの変な男に
But
ひどい
they were killed. They were both killed by that creepy-looking man. It was horrible.
ああ、知ってる。さっき、俺も見た。
Yeah, I know. I saw them too.
この彫刻刀はこれでそいつと戦おうなんて思ったのか
What's that chisel you have there? Were you planning to fight him with it?
私なんかじゃかなわないだろうけどでもただ殺されるよりはって
I don't think I'd be able to do much, but I didn't want to be killed without a fight, you know?
バカだな、山本。こんなもの必要ないんだよ。
How silly. You don't need any such thing, Yamamoto. Kizami cupped my right hand between both of his, as if consoling me, and gently removed the chisel from my grip. Well, now you're completely fucked. He was so gentlemanly about it, his touch soft and caring.
キザミくん
Kizami?
俺が今お前の恐怖をすっきり終わらせてやるから。
I will allay all your fears myself. Forevermore.
かわすか。動けるな、山本。
Ha! Nice reflexes. Now, don't move, Yamamoto.
何するの冗談は
What are you? No. Please, tell me you're just kidding around.
あんまり変わらないと思うけどね。俺が本気でも冗談でも山本が死ぬことにはさ。
Do I look like I'm kidding? Though I guess I wouldn't look much different either way, really. Not about you dying, Yamamoto. What? What was going on? Why was he doing this?
なんで何やだよやめて
Why? No, please. Don't do this.
さっきの話だけど一個訂正な。フクロイは殴られて死んだんじゃない。
Regarding our dead friends, there is one fatal misconception you seem to have made. Fukuroi didn't die from the hammer wounds inflicted upon him.
刺されて死んだんだよ。こんな感じでブスッと。
Rather, he was stabbed to death. Kind of like this. Ha! No. No!
逃げるのか？疲れるだろ？あまり無理するなよ。
You intend to run then? You'll know I'll catch you. Such a waste of effort.
なんで？どうしてこんなことに？
Why? Why? Why would he do something like this? Because he's a crazy murderous maniac. And this place just simply brought it out of him.
みんなで普通に遊んで勉強してバカな話して笑っていつまでも友達だって
I want to mess around with everyone again. To hold study groups. To gossip. To smile and laugh. We were supposed to be friends forever.
それなのにわからないわからないよ
So why? Why has it come to this? I don't get it. I just don't understand.
信じないもう誰も信じないぞ
Why can't I trust him? I can't trust anyone anymore. There's a candle shimmering here, along with a note. Whatever you do, don't look behind you.
振り返ったらどうなるって言うんだ。
What happens if I do? Wait a minute, is it just... Let's try not to look back.
来ないで
I guess this explains why you're so terrified here in this scene, doesn't it?
どうしたんだ袋井くんは。
うるさい来るなってばお前もあいつの仲間なんだろ
錯乱してるみたいだな。
Okay, so is this just gonna play out as normal?
誤解だよ。これはさっきしたよ。
おかしいって思ったんだあんなに平気で私は騙されないもう引っかからない
生きている人間はうるさくてかなわないな。山本さんもう行ってしまったのかい。
Okay, is it just... Okay. I ran as fast as I could. As far as I could. It was obvious to me now that even Morishige was out of his mind. There was no one left I could trust.
上だ上へ逃げれば
Upstairs. I'll run upstairs.
よう、山本。
Well now, it's Yamamoto. Without even a moment's hesitation, my classmate Kizami suddenly swung a giant chisel in my general direction, narrowly missing me.
大丈夫か？
Are you okay? Stay back!
逃げ惑うのもいいけど、無理するなよ。体力は温存しておかないと。
You're free to attempt an escape, but don't push too hard. You wouldn't want to overexert yourself after all. No! No! You're really just intent on trying this out, I see. Is this a more suitable location?
大丈夫か？
Are you okay?
やめてよ
Please, just stop.
え？何をだ？
Stop what exactly?
ひどいことしないでよ私あんたに何にもしてないじゃん
Stop being so cruel. I haven't done anything to you.
そうだ。返さなきゃな、これ。
That's true. And I certainly couldn't take it back if I were to do something like, say, this. A sudden burning pain shot through my body, shaking my whole field of vision. The fat, dull blade of the chisel had been forcibly plunged deep into my thigh, all the way up to the handle.
感触がやはり違うんだな。男と女とでは。なるほど。
I see. The sensation really is different with a woman than it is with a man.
痛い
God!
やだ
God, it hurts!
痛いよ
It hurts! It really hurts! There wasn't much I could do to resist. Not only had he knocked me over, but he was kneeling on the backs of my hands, holding me in place quite effectively.
いいぞ。正直だ、その反応。嘘をつかない奴は好感が持てる。
That's what I like to hear. Pure honesty. I do so hate it when people lie about their pain.
本番と行くか、こいつで。
It's time to go all the way now. With this. Yuuya Kizami had a twisted grin on his face. He slowly brought his right hand into view, and in it was a proper knife, glinting in a dull light.
なんでこんなこと
Why? How can you do this?
山本、ほら、ここ。お前の腹に行くぞ。
Yamamoto. Here. This is going into your belly. I could feel Yuuya Kizami reach up from under my skirt and press the cold blade of the knife against my abdomen. And then with one thrust, the knife was completely inside my body. My thoughts became jumbled. The pain was so intense, it felt like my brain was on fire. It took me a moment to process the sensation of a foreign body lodged unnaturally within me. I could feel all the blood gushing out from the wound.
いいぜ、山本。その調子だ。いい声聞かせてくれよ。
Nice, Yamamoto. That's the spirit. Let me hear those primal screams. I never felt anything even remotely like this before in my entire life. Most people don't, fortunately. I couldn't even describe it if I wanted to. The pain receptors in my body were off the charts. I couldn't comprehend the things I was feeling. But despite my confusion and agony, I knew one thing for certain. If I couldn't stop this from happening right now, I was going to die. Every part of me was in agreement on that. My nerve endings were screaming it, and my brain could focus on little else. I might as well have been on fire. It couldn't hurt any more than what I was experiencing. At least hammer time, I think, would be relatively quick in most cases here in killing people, but you... I feel bad for everybody that is unlucky enough to get caught under your murderous gaze. No, it was too late for me. I could tell that the wounds inflicted were irreversible, irreparable. I had to accept it. I was going to die. I'd begun vomiting blood, and it was beginning to lodge itself in my respiratory tract. Breathing was becoming harder and harder with each passing moment. My abdomen had been completely minced at this point, and the pain was so intense that I wished I could just leave my body altogether. My arms and legs were cold and numb. My sense of reality was beginning to waver. My last breath couldn't be far behind. And yet, Yuuya Kizami was smiling. It was a distant, relaxed smile, as of someone looking up at the stars or smelling a rose. It was the smile of a psychopath, the smile of a person about to end my life. For no particular reason.
ちょっと声が小さくなってきたんじゃないか？もっと聞かせてくれよ。
My, you've gotten awfully quiet. I'd love it if you'd howl for me again.
誰がお前なんかに
In your dreams, you creep. I couldn't believe those words were coming out of my mouth. I could barely speak through all the blood I was spewing. But I was standing my ground.
あ？
Huh?
意地でもお前の思い通りに
I will not perform for you, no matter what.
てめえ。
You bitch. For just a moment, Yuuya Kizami's psychotic grin turned into a bitter, scornful frown. But then, as quickly as it had vanished, the smile returned.
なんだそりゃ。抵抗のつもりか？我慢なんてするなよ。
Hell is that? You trying to stand up to me? Don't hold back on my account.
おい！
Hey! You were going out like a champ. Good on you.
どうした？声が小さいぞ。ほら、叫べよ！いてんだろ？
What?
会話しようぜ、会話！
What's wrong? You're too quiet. Scream, goddammit! It hurts, right? Give me some dialogue. Something to work with.
なんか言うことあるんだろ？泣きたいだろ？命乞いしたいだろ？
You've got nothing to say to me. You don't want to cry? Beg for your life, maybe? I was concentrating so hard on biting my lip and holding my mouth closed that I swear I'd forgotten how to breathe. I think I even broke my molars from the sheer force of my determination not to yield to Yuuya Kizami's twisted desires. And I didn't even care. I'd have no use for my teeth ever again anyway. I wouldn't be eating anything where I was going. I wouldn't scream for him to stop. I wouldn't call for help, and I wouldn't beg for my life. My life was already over. All I had left was the knowledge that I'd go out quietly, without giving this sick freak any measure of satisfaction.
俺の方を向けよ！無視するなよ！話せよ！言葉を！
Look at me! Don't ignore me! Talk to me! Beg me to spare you! He was beyond redemption. There was absolutely nothing I could say or do to help him. I could either waste away silently or feed his psychosis. Well, at least you get it. I could never make him understand how I felt at that moment. I could never convey to him just what he'd done to me. Death was my best and only option.
Yamamoto-san. 君も死んだのか。
Moto. So now you're dead too. This was definitely the body of Mitsuki Yamamoto. Her stomach and abdomen had been stabbed dozens upon dozens of times and were practically liquefied. They looked a bit like gazpacho. Her body was still warm to the touch too, meaning her death must have only just occurred.
不思議なもんだな。ほんの数分前に話した人間がこうして死んでいるっていうのは。
How strange it feels to see a person dead after just speaking with her mere minutes ago.
だけど、山本さん。
But Yamamoto.
綺麗だ。とっても綺麗だ。
You're beautiful.
さっきまでとは
You're
雲泥の
exquisite.
差だ。
The transformation is night and day.
君は今、完全に自分の全てをさらけ出して、無抵抗だ。
Here you lie, fully exposed and unrestrained, but utterly helpless.
いいよね。君を連れて行くよ。
You don't mind, do you? If I take you with me, that is. I withdrew my phone, flipped it open, and switched over to camera mode, where I immediately set about framing her remains at just the right angle. I didn't mind if it was just her image on that tiny screen. To me, it was as good as having the real thing in my pocket. The appeal was identical. It was as if I could freeze time on this moment and preserve her just the way she was.
やっぱりだ。俺自身の目で見て、触れ、匂いを嗅いで、こうして生の君を知ったから。
It's exactly as I thought. I can see you, feel you, smell your wretched odor. All because I knew you.
生きていた時の君を見て、声を聞き、感情に触れていたから。
All because I saw you and heard your voice and was moved by your plight when you were alive.
見てくれよ。
Just look at this.
こんなに綺麗に通れた。もう君は俺だけのものだ。
You are being hit by darkening hard. Look at what a perfect shot this is. You shall forevermore be mine, and mine alone.
たまらない。たまらない。君はひどいやつだな。
I can't get enough. I just can't get enough. What a cruel beast you are.
俺をこんなに興奮させて、心をかき乱して。
Getting me this excited, stirring my feelings.
どこか落ち着ける場所へ行こう。
Should find some place to collect myself.
そういえば、今日は眉にセビリ
Okay,
アの理
this
髪
is
師の
starting
録
to
画を
look
頼
the
まれてい
same.
た。時間までに家へ帰らないと。
Okay. Okay, looks like the ending's gonna play out normally. Yep. So, where's my other wrong ends? I made a wrong choice, didn't I? Probably did. Let's see what happens when I just go straight to the second floor. Just stay back, please. Hello, Hammer Time. His expression never once changed. He was like some kind of twisted, life-size doll with one face. No doubt the face he'd be wearing when he killed me. The last face I'd ever see. What could I do? What options did I have?
そうだ、アルコールランプ。
That's it! The alcohol lamp! Let's light the lamp.
ヒデ、早く。
Fire. Have to light the wick. With Adrenaline's help, I managed to get the match box out of my bag, withdraw a match, and even unsuccessfully strike it a few times. All in an instant. Finally, I got a flame, but it wasn't fast enough. The expressionless giant's hammer struck me full force in my right knee. My leg! God damn it! I had nothing left to lose at this point, so I just threw the alcohol lamp haphazardly. It struck the expressionless man's raised hammer and shattered. A sizable amount of methanol spilled out from the shards, all over his face and chest. And there, thankfully, it burst right into flames. The man's entire torso was immediately engulfed. The hammer fell from his hand. I did it! Burn slowly, you bastard!
ざまあみろ。エミとフクロイの仇だ。この人殺し。
Seriously, right? This is for Emmy and Fukuroi, you goddamned murderer!
何を。来ないで。
What the?
早く死んでよ。
Stay away! Just die already! His flaming hand grabbed my wrist. I could feel my skin instantly blistering. And then, mere moments later, my whole uniform went up. Ah! Hot! I'm burning! Help! Looks like Hammer Time and the anatomical model both pretty much have the same general thought process when it comes to being exposed by fire. No! Let go of me!
男に掴まれた腕の骨が折れそうだ。
His grip was so firm, it felt like it was going to break my arm.
化学繊維の織り交ぜられた制服は嫌な匂いの煙を立てながら燃え
And the fumes my uniform was giving off couldn't be good for me.
さらに燃え続ける。
I could feel every fiber melting into my skin. It was charring me to the bone. No! God! Make it stop! Let go! Please! No! Help! Somebody!
炎の下が首筋を舐め
Tongues of flame were licking
耳
my
を
neck.
焦がし髪の毛にまで燃え移り始めた。
I could feel my ears burning. I think it even reached my hair.
私は必死で首を振るが火は消えてくれない。
It just wouldn't go out. No matter how much I shook my head, it just kept flying higher and higher.
私が暴れるのが気に食わなかったのか、男のもう片方の手がひたりと顔に張り付き
And then I felt something else on my face. His other hand? It was dry and cracked. Was this what I got for resisting so much?
一瞬目の前が真っ白になった。
My vision quickly brightened. Everything was tinted white now.
後頭部が床板に叩きつけられたらしい。
It felt like the back of my head had just struck the
尾
floor.
骨が潰れたのがはっきりとわかる。
And I was fairly certain he'd just broken my nose. Crushed it flat.
大量の鼻血が飛び散ったけど、もちろんそんなもので火は消えてはくれない。
I could feel blood flying everywhere. Not enough to douse the fire, though, of course. It blood could even do that.
そして私には朦朧としていられるような時間も与えられなかった。
I didn't have the luxury of slipping away into unconsciousness. There was no time for that.
男の手が落ちていたハンマーを拾い、その焼けた鉄の金槌の部分を顔に押し付けてきたからだ。
Before I had a chance, the expressionless man had picked up his fallen hammer and begun pressing the red-hot steel into my face.
水かフライパンに生卵を落としたような音がして、今までとは比べ物にならない灼熱感が
The sound it
顔
made
面を襲った。
The sound it made was like dropping a raw egg into a reheated frying pan. The searing pain I felt was far worse than anything I'd yet experienced. Yeah, this whole strategy of mine is just blowing up in my face big time. Yeah, hot! God, no!
一瞬で視野の半分が真っ暗になった。
Half my field of vision instantly went out like a spent light bulb.
見えない。
I could no longer see out of one eye at all.
焼き潰されたせい。
Probably because it had been completely burned out of its socket.
顔の皮がただれ、ブツブツと泡立つのがわかる。
At this point, I could feel my skin bubbling.
肉に焦げ、奇妙に香ばしい匂いが鼻腔を刺激する。
But then the oddest thing happened. I caught a scent of burning flesh in the air through my battered and flattened nose, and it smelled good.
男は私以上に炎に包まれながら眉一つ動かさずハンマーを持ち上げた。
The giant man, still completely expressionless despite being even more engulfed in flames than I was, readied his hammer for another strike.
ベリベリと私の顔の皮を剥がしながら
The skin on my face was melting away,
男は何の考えもなく
but he showed
一
no
つの作業
sympathy,
を行うように
no
ハ
emotion
ン
of
マ
any
ーを振り上げ
kind. He just raised that hammer as if he were on a singular mission.
私の顔をめがけて振り下ろ。
He was aiming right between my eyes, and then he swung down with all his might. Well, there's a wrong end. I can now, considering one of the wrong ends I found for this chapter, I can actually picture Sachiko just spontaneously being in the mood for fried Mitsuki. Anyway, wrong number 6. One more left to go. Now let's try something else. No, let me go! Yeah, let me go! Let me go, damn it! No! No!
なんだろう。いい匂いがする。
What's going on? Something smells really good. It was the same sort of smell one might catch while walking past a ramen stand.
そういえば、お腹空いたな。
You know, I am pretty hungry. You being cooked alive
ちはや、
again?
聞こえてる？もし聞いてたら、お願い、忘れちゃダメだよ。
Chaya, can you hear me? If you're listening, I want you to remember. Remember!
誰？女の子の声だ。
Who's that? It's a girl's voice. It sounds like she's crying.
何があっても絶対諦めないって約束したよね。ナナや光見つけてここから逃げるんだよ。
Didn't we promise each other we'd soldier on, no matter what? Didn't I tell you we'd find Nana, Hikari, and the others to get the hell out of here?
怖くても寂しくても自分の身は自分で。ちはや聞いてる？私もうあんたを守ってやれないからさ。
It's scary and lonely in here, sure, but you have to look out for yourself. Chaya, are you listening to me? I can't protect you anymore.
頑張るんだよ。ちはや。
Do your best, Chaya.
何よ
What's happening?
熱い熱いよ嫌だ助けて
I'm burning. I'm burning. Help me.
お母さん死にたくないやだ熱い
I don't want to die. Please. It's so hot. It hurts so much. What was happening to her? My mind had been in a rather hazy state, but this poor girl's terrified screams, as if someone were tearing her heart out, brought me back to reality. I realized that my hands and feet were bound to a chair, and I was facing another young girl who was similarly bound and writhing in pain. She was wearing a school uniform I didn't recognize, so she must have been brought here from some other junior or senior high school. Were it not for the uniform and the voice, I might have had a tough time determining gender, as her face looked neither male nor female, young or old. Poor Chihaya. It was simply too burned to discern anything at all. From the top of her head down to her neck, and even halfway down her torso, she was thoroughly charred. She'd essentially been browned, and virtually all her hair was singed off, not unlike a peking duck hanging outside a Chinese restaurant. Her skin was thoroughly cracked, with bits of pink flesh oozing through here and there. And her eyes looked blank, cloudy, and watery, like the bottom of an order of sunny-side-up eggs. Only her teeth remained relatively intact. Sorry. Never mind, I thought that was Chihaya that was getting burned. I have no idea how much time passed after that. For a while, the only real sounds were her chair rattling as she shook, and her murmurs of agony. Then, all that stopped, and the girl fell silent. Considering where she'd been burned, I suspected her lungs must have given out in the end. Though really, it could have been any number of things.
なんなのなんなのよこれ
What is this? Why is this happening? My mind was a blank slate. I was beginning to lose my grip on reality. It may have even laughed a little. I was in a home ec classroom maybe? A science lab? And all around me were arms, legs, heads, and other body parts, all simmering in pots and pans. None of it seemed real. It was like I was watching some bad horror movie on TV. Except there was odor and heat, and both were really getting to me. I was getting nauseous, but not from the smell. It was instead from the thought that this aroma of human flesh boiling and frying was making me hungry. And as I fought to hold back my fear and hunger-induced vomit, I suddenly sensed a pair of eyes coldly staring at me. I looked in the direction from which I'd felt this sensation, and saw before me a little girl in a red dress, just standing and watching.
いい時に目が覚めたのね。ちょうどあなたの番が回ってきたところよ。
You picked a great time to wake up. It's your turn next.
やだまさか冗談
No, No, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. The little girl lifted a frying pan from a nearby gas burner and branched it in her right hand. Steam rose from the hot pan, and I could see bubbling oil splattering all along its surface. You know, I was joking earlier when I was saying that maybe on a whim, Sachiko would be interested in having fried Mitsuki. I wasn't being serious, you know.
あなたはどんな歌を聴かせてくれるのかしら。
I wonder what song you'll sing for me. I already know what it is. I already know what it's called, and I know what the lyrics will be. They're both one and the same. It goes something like this. Please stop! There, I saved you the trouble. Now can you please not fry her to death with a frying pan? That'd probably be too much for you, though. You just can't resist. Like a moth to the flame. You little psycho. I could see the expression on her face clearly now. Mischievous, hungry, and positively jubilant. Without even a trace of sympathy or remorse. I swear it's like this game is starting to read my mind on some of the rather gruesome scenarios I'm picturing in my head as I continue playing, and then later on making them an unfortunate reality that I have to sit here and witness for all you guys' viewing pleasure. And you get to just listen to every moment of squeamish agony that I have to deal with. I do genuinely hope you find it entertaining, though. I really do. This is because this is the squeamish shit that I put myself through for you guys. It really isn't that bad, and it's not the worst thing I've read or heard, obviously. I mean, I've seen my fair share of some pretty gruesome crap, even in just Hollywood B horror movies, but it's still a very unpleasant thought, just imagining the actual scenarios and pains that all the characters are being put through, you know? Anyway, I think that's all the wrong ends, yes? Let me check real fast. Yeah, it looks like it. All 9 for Shangri-La. There's only 4 I'll have to deal with for number 6. Anywho, Shangri-La was definitely the most squeamish chapter yet for me, for sure. With the number of rather gruesome deaths that it had to thrust my way, and Morishige's constant fetishization of the corpses he found. Like, it was like as though the writer of this episode just tailor-made this whole thing in just the right way to make me uncomfortable, squeamish, or whatever almost the whole way through. I need to look up who wrote Chapter 5, and maybe give them a recommendation, and maybe give them a standing ovation. You have a very twisted imagination. Just what the horror genre needs. Anyway, yeah, it was definitely the longest chapter for sure, as the ending list pretty much showed. But yeah, it just keeps getting worse. The horror, the death, the kinds of deaths. I apparently only have 2 more chapters left to go through, but I honestly wonder just how much left I have to experience in terms of the sheer creativity of brutal deaths. How much of just how many creative ways that will this game, yeah, just what will it come up with before this whole thing's over that'll just make me that'll really make my skin crawl is what I'm trying to say. If I could only speak English today. So, yeah, chapter 5. It's all complete, ladies and gentlemen. So, without further ado, let's move on to number 6, Meyer. And it looks like I only have to deal with 4 endings with this one. Hello, Yuka. Still dealing with your potty emergency, I assume? Sorry, your current potty emergency? Because, as blood-covered repeated fears showed me, you can somehow spontaneously fill your bladder on the spot if you wish to, and just create headaches for me and everyone else on the spot, without warning. If someone were to give me a grant to start a Yuka weather report station, I would totally make sure that all the sensors, all the tech I would need to have such a thing run as accurately as possible would be fine-tuned to hell back, just so I could predict in advance when the hell I need to just simply wish everybody around you my most sincerest sympathies. And for what reason? Because that bladder alone has caused me so much misery. It's really not, and honestly, it's not the most frustrating thing I've ever dealt with. You are certainly not the most frustrating character I haven't dealt with in a while, but yeah. I wish you were more like your PC-98 counterpart. She's a little less frustrating to deal with than you are. Yeah, I only just started the chapter. You only said 2 lines and I'm already just attacking you with my words. You haven't even done anything yet, so I will just try to restrain myself a little bit here and just wait until you do something before I start leveling more criticisms and helpful suggestions your way. Where am I? The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was the ceiling of a dark, gloomy room with flickering, uncovered light bulbs. You know, wait, you're in the science lab and you're coming out of unconsciousness. Is this playing during one of the wrong ends for Chapter 5 of Blood-Covered Repeated Fear? Where you get caught by, well, everybody's favorite murdering lunatic? Sans Sachiko, of course. The random bursts of light they shone were so dim that they only just barely lit up the wood grain on the ceiling enough to see patterns in it. Ow. The back of my head hurt in the same way it would if someone had just pulled my hair really hard. I couldn't do anything about it, though, so I just frowned and waited for it to subside. I wondered if I'd hit my head somewhere. I had to stop myself from saying a mean comment. Again, you have not done anything yet. I will just try to bite my tongue. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that phrase for this game. Bad analogy, or thing to say, whatever the hell I'm trying to say. I can't remember a thing. I suddenly realized that my feet weren't touching the ground. And there was a cold sensation all along my back. I must have been lying down on a hard surface. Yeah, you definitely must be captured right now. I tried to move, but both my arms and both my legs had gone to sleep, and they wouldn't budge. I just have to keep lying here until they woke up. You happen to have a cell phone with a really loud alarm clock? That would work, maybe. I gave up on moving, and instead just stared up at the gloomy ceiling again.
嫌だな。あの木目。なんか人の顔っぽい。
I don't like it. The wood grain looks like a person's face. Considering the supernatural origins of this school, I wouldn't be surprised at all if some of the wooden patterns in these walls do have actual people's faces in them, i.e. the faces of those who died horrible, agonizing deaths here and are literally just being used as food and building material for this place. Although considering everything that's happened in these schools and all the various ways people died, I guess being stuck as just basically a piece of wood is probably one of the more lighter sentences of eternal damnation you can get in a place like this. But what do I know? I don't know what it's like I don't know what being a piece of wood feels like. And hopefully I will never find out. I knew it wasn't actually a person, but it really did look like one, and he was glaring down at me with a hateful expression. It was creepy. Probably an orange bastard.
なんだっけ。
They seem to be the
ど
most
こ
hateful
かで見
bunch
たことがあるような。
out of everybody here. Why does it look familiar? Where have I seen that face before? Oh, that was it. It looked like the Scream, that Munch painting we studied in class. Except this face was screaming in anger. He hated me. So instead of the Scream, could we call it the Shout? Because he's shouting at you in anger?
だんだん怖くなってきちゃった。
I'm really starting to get scared now. You should be, I'm sure. If only Big Brother were here with me. Which one? He'd just pat my head and laugh and tell me how silly I was being.
そうだ。お兄ちゃんは。
Yeah, where is Big Brother? I was still a little disoriented, but I turned and twisted my head as best as I could manage to see if I could find him anywhere nearby. Why was I sleeping in a place like this anyway? And why wasn't Big Brother at my side, like he always was?
確かお兄ちゃんの学校に傘を届けて、みんなでおまじないをして、そしたら古い学校に。
I remember bringing Big Brother his umbrella, then doing some kind of charm with his friends, and then I was in an old school building.
私はずっとおトイレに行きたくて、でも途中でお兄ちゃんとはぐれちゃって。
And then Big Brother and I were looking all over for a bathroom so I could go pee, and we got separated. I remember. Your bladder was the catalyst, the beginning, the horror.
お兄ちゃん。
Big Brother! Why were we in the school to begin with? Because somebody really wanted to impress their senpai. I wish I was kidding. Maybe the charm failed and this was our punishment? Well, you were right about that. Maybe I was the one who messed it up. I probably shouldn't even have been there. If I hadn't asked him to help me try to find a bathroom, we wouldn't be separated right now. I should have just held his hand and not let go. I could have lasted a little longer without peeing. Then we'd still be together.
お兄ちゃんとはぐれてから私はどうしたんだっけ。
What happened to me after that? That's right. I finally found a bathroom, but when I went inside, people hanging in there. Lots of them. Well, there's nothing wrong with hanging around in a bathroom. Unless it's the kind of literal hanging, in which case, well, yeah. But obviously I know that's what it actually was, but I'm just... yeah, dumb joke. I was so freaked out. I went back into the hall and collapsed onto the floor. And then... yeah, you heard the gulp. And then, I was talking to someone. It was a boy who'd gotten separated from his little sister, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. Only there was one tiny problem. He had no sister. Not a little one, anyway. He said he'd help me find Big Brother. His name... That's right. His name was Yuuya Kizami. Oh, yep. That's right. Remember the terror that you found yourself in, all because of your dumb bladder. Remember! It really hurts. Why can't I move? Why? You can't move because your bladder basically started a chain reaction that ended with you being strapped to a table. That's why. And then I realized I couldn't see my arms. Where were they? Why weren't they at my sides? They were still numb too, so I couldn't feel where they were either. But I tried my best to move them anyway. It sounded like rope. Am I tied up? I thought maybe the reason I couldn't feel my arms or legs and couldn't move was because I was tied up really tight. It was cutting off my circulation. That astute thought process, I guess. Come on, move! With some effort, I was finally able to move my fingertips. I started feeling everything I could, grateful even for this little bit of reassurance. I feel something. The rope around my wrists had been tied up tight and looped many times over. And with the circulation trickling back into my hands, it was really painful. I'll bet. It hurts. It hurts. If I had a nickel for every time someone said it hurts, I'd have enough money here to get myself a few frozen pizzas. Just with this game, I mean. I was so scared, it felt like I'd forgotten how to breathe. Somebody's coming. The footsteps were echoing from out in the hallway. They stopped right in front of this room. Big brother? Big brother? You're not specifying which big brother. I wriggled in place and screamed as loud as I could. I didn't even care about the old splintery rope cutting my wrists and ankles anymore. Big brother! Big brother, save me! It's Yuka! I'm right here. Save me, please.
暴れない方がいい。余計きつくなってしまうよ。
You shouldn't writhe around like that. The ropes will just hurt that much more.
待たせてしまったようだね。暗くて怖かっただろう。
Hello, Stabby McMurderpants. You don't appear blood-covered today. I guess that means you haven't murdered somebody yet. My apologies for the long wait. It's so dark in here. You must have been terrified. Book of Shadows, Episode 6, Meyer. Kisame?
大丈夫かいゆかちゃん。
Are you alright, Yuka? He was looking at me with a caring, sympathetic smile on his face. He seemed to be really concerned about me. Maybe in his own sick, twisted way he is, but everything else about that face is about as real as an Oni mask. Please save me. When I came to, I was all tied up.
ああ。それは僕が縛ったんだよ。
You were indeed. And I'm the one responsible for that.
大事な妹と、もう二度とはぐれないようにね。
I wanted to make sure I never got separated from my dear little sister ever again. That was such a complete 180 in facial expressions. I'm sorry. This shouldn't be funny to me, but it kind of is. Huh? Little sister?
君は僕の大事な妹だ。
You, of course.
だから僕と離れないように、しっかり縛っておかないと。
That's why I had to tie you down. So you wouldn't ever leave me. Why? Kisame. Are you joking with me?
どうして？君こそ僕の妹なのになぜわからないんだい？
Why, do you ask? What a silly question. I already told you. Because you're my little sister. What part of that don't you understand? I don't understand it at all. I'm not.
ユカはまだ小さいからわからないのかもしれないね。
Well, you are still just a child, so maybe you're simply too young to comprehend.
大丈夫。これからお兄ちゃんが教えてあげるよ。
But worry not. Your big brother will tell you all about it. Kisame.
僕たち兄弟はこれから分かり合うんだ。
We're siblings after all. We simply have to reach an understanding. His eyes looked like they were staring far off into the distance, like he was in a trance. I bet he is. Big brother, I'm scared. Why was he doing this? Why did he tie me up? And why did he look so happy about it? Number one, he's a murderous lunatic with a little sister complex. Number two, he just explained to you why he tied you up. And number three, he's basically fulfilling his sister complex right now. There, I answered all three of your questions. Can you ask some better ones, please? I didn't get any of it. Every hair in my body was standing on end. I was terrified. Isn't there any way I can escape? The corners of my eyes were on fire. I couldn't stop myself from crying. Tears were flowing down my face like a waterfall. Kizami smiled, then reached out and touched my cheek. His hand was ice cold. Maybe I should call you Mr. Freeze, because you have such a cold hand. Actually, no. You're nowhere near sympathetic like Mr. Freeze. Popsicle stick doesn't exactly suit you either. Yeah, I'll just keep calling you Stabby McMurderpants. Or Stabby for short. It was like there was no blood flowing through it at all. Like the hand of a dead person.
君が目覚めてくれるのをずっと待っていたんだ。
I've been waiting so long for you to wake up.
さあ、僕に魂の輝きを見せてくれ。
Now, show me that spark of
君の
life.
すべてをかけて、
Put everything you got
い
into
い
it.
声で泣いてくれるよね。
And cry for me, Yuka. Cry as loud as you can. He slowly and hesitantly took his hand off my cheek, then began walking around me, toward my feet. Then he gently grabbed my skirt with one hand, and drew a knife from his breast pocket with the other. Stabby gonna stab.
It's show time!
You're English. It's glorious.
そうそれだよ僕が求めていたのはその声その顔だ
There! Just like that! That's the voice I've been longing to hear, and the face I've been longing to see!
恐怖と絶望が頂点に達した時魂は最高の輝きを放つ
It's only when one's terror and hopelessness reach their peak that the soul truly shines!
それをもっと見たいそれを僕に向けてくれ
I want to see more. Direct more of that at me!
ゆかちゃん
You're
ゆ
getting
か
off
ちゃんな
on
らもっ
this,
と
aren't
輝
you?
けるはずなんだ
Yuka? Yuka, I know you're capable of shining even brighter.
大丈夫お兄ちゃんが手伝ってあげるよ
Well, don't you worry. Your big brother will help reveal that light.
鮮血にまみれ痛みにもがき
Covered in blood and writhing in pain.
苦しむ姿は今よりもっと綺麗に違いない
True suffering is far prettier, a far prettier sight than this.
どうしたんだい、ユーカ。休んじゃダメだよ。まだまだこれからなんだからね。
What's wrong, Yuka? This is no time to rest. The fun is only just beginning.
さあ、お兄ちゃんって呼んでごらん。
So why don't you try calling me Big Brother?
お兄ちゃん、助けて。
Big Brother, save me. He has a name, you know. He has a name. It is a simple name, I think, maybe in Japanese language, but I don't really know. I don't really know, so ignore me if I'm wrong, but he has a name regardless. It starts with an S and ends with an I. Satoshi. Now say it with me, Yuka. Tell me his name.
お兄ちゃん。
That is not his name!
聞いて。
Big Brother, please, come save me. Maybe he would if you actually said his name.
何を言っているんだい、ユーカ。
What are you saying, Yuka?
お兄ちゃんはほら、君の目の前にいるじゃないか。
Your big brother is right here. Look, Right in front of your eyes.
ゆかのお兄ちゃん
No! My big brother is... The panic and fear just kept getting more and more overpowering. I think I was hyperventilating. But Kisame showed no mercy. Instead, he reached down and grabbed my neck.
本当に生きているウサギはうるさいな。
Living rabbits really do make far too much noise.
息ができない
Can't breathe.
なんて細い首なんだ。しなやかで
What a
柔
thin
ら
neck
かい。
you have. So soft and subtle.
君の頸動脈の太さと頸椎の形がよくわかるよ。
I can feel your...
なんて戦場的な作りをしているんだ。君の数字は。
I can feel your carotid artery and your cervical vertebrae perfectly. These muscles, this curvature, so sensual, like it was made for my hand.
苦しいかい？苦しいよね。
Is it painful? It must be painful.
ゆかが悪いんだよ。僕以外のお兄ちゃんはここにはいないはずなのに。
This is your fault, you know. I'm your only big brother around here. With that, he let go of my neck, but then hastily pulled the knife in his hands right up to my face. He made sure I could see every inch of it clearly, and just held it there, slowly turning it, for what felt like an eternity.
ちゃんと見えてるかな？ゆか。
Have you gotten a good look at it, Yuka? I'm sure she's getting the best look that she's ever given a knife in the history of, well, her short, very unfortunate, spoiled life. The knife was stained with red splatter marks. No, not even red. Just dark. It wasn't a color I knew well, but there was only one thing it could have been. Blood.
ああ、これかい？心配しなくてもいいよ。少し黒崎で汚れているけど、まだよく切れるから。
Oh, this? No need to worry. Kurosaki dirtied it a bit, but it still cuts like new. I was shivering so hard I could feel my teeth vibrating. A chill ran through every part of me, as if I were so afraid that I'd actually lowered my body temperature. With you, I could believe it. The chattering coming from inside my mouth was getting louder and louder, to such an extent that even I was getting distracted by it. What's this? You're finally distracting yourself? Good. Now distract yourself harder. Maybe then you'll start to get a good idea of how much a distraction your bladder is for humanity as a whole.
いい顔だ。僕の妹はいい仕事をする。少し布が邪魔だな。
What a lovely face. My little sister is doing an excellent job. But her clothes are in the way. How is her clothes in the way of her facial expression, you lunatic? Oh, dear God. Kizami suddenly tore my uniform, exposing my stomach.
なんだ？この水風船のようなお腹はたっぷり内臓が詰まっているじゃないか。
What's this? Your belly is bouncy like a water balloon. It must be full of guts. What else would be in there, you crazy son of a bitch? Gold? Jelly beans? He laid the knife blade flat across my belly button, and the sudden sensation of cold metal against my skin sent even more shivers up and down my spine.
痛かったら声を上げていいからね。
If it hurts, feel free to scream, okay?
恥ずかしいことじゃないんだよ。
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Huh? もう終わりかい?
That all you got?
どうしたんだい、ユカ。まさかこれで終わりじゃないだろう?
What's the matter, Yuka?
せっかく欲しかった妹が手に入ったのに。
You haven't given up already, have you? Not after I've finally gotten my hands on the little sister I've always wanted? My throat was completely dry. I actually wanted to cry for help, but the walls of my air pipes were sticking together. Breathing was hard enough.
返事を、ユカ。
Answer me, Yuka. No.
いい子だ。じゃあ、本番に行く。
That's a good girl. Now it's time for the main event. Big brother, save me! I feel like I should make a game out of this. That every time I should basically count every time that she says "big brother" throughout this whole chapter, and then once I get my total, I then multiply it with the value of a nickel, and then determine how much money that Yuka's insistence on referring to Satoshi by the title "Big Brother." See just how much money it will be able to get me for the convenience store. Go on, Yuka. Make me a rich bitch. I'll wait. I'm a patient man. Fear had taken over. I couldn't hold myself back. I knew it wouldn't go over well, and I knew it would hurt. But I forced myself to cry out. Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Wow, that's 20 cents in just this one text box. Keep them coming! What the hell are you doing, you crazy...
君のお兄ちゃんは僕だろ?
What were you doing? Throttling her or something? I'm your big brother. Remember?
謝りなさい、ユカ。
Apologize, Yuka. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
違うだろう。お兄ちゃんごめんなさいだ。もっと心を込めて。
Now that simply won't do. You have to say, Big Brother, I'm so very sorry. Do it right this time. Big Brother.
お兄ちゃんはきっとみさじゃないわ。
Big Brother isn't you, Kizami. Look, I understand you are in a very terrifying situation, and I do honestly feel bad for you, Yuka. I mean, as annoying as I find you at times, I wouldn't wish this upon you, but you're only gonna make him mad by saying this? Can you hear the anger in that intake of oxygen that he just had? Can you hear it? I can, and it's making me afraid for you.
僕がお兄ちゃんじゃない。
I'm not your big brother.
この
You bitch!
なんだ今のは。
What was that just now?
気のせいか。
Did I imagine it? I hope not. That better not be you tinkling.
おもらしするほどに僕が嫌いなのか。
Hate me so much it makes you wet yourself. Brother.
興味深いな。そんな格好になってまで兄貴を呼ぶのか。
Oh? How very interesting. Even in such an embarrassing state, you'll still call out for help from your big brother.
なんて哀れな。
Pitiful.
僕の可愛い妹だ。
You're my
今気持ちよくさせてあげるよ。
You're my adorable little sister. And I'm going to make you feel real good. In what way? What are you gonna do?
もうそんな哀れな姿で泣かなくていい。
So there's no need to lie there crying in your own urine. It's pitiful. Well, maybe you can help by getting a bucket of water and pouring it on her to help wash it away. You know, actually be useful for once in your miserable life, Kizi.
哀れ。
Pitiful?
今俺はこの子を見て哀れと言ったか。
Did I just look down on at this girl and call her pitiful? Yeah, you did.
なぜ
Just had to double check just for you. Why? Because you kind of have reduced her to a very pitiful state.
なぜ哀れと思った。
Why am I feeling pity for her? What's this? Is this genuine human compassion from Stabby McMurderpants?
何なんだこの気分は。
What's happened to me?
かわいそう。
The poor girl.
俺にもそんな感情が。
How is it that I can even exhibit such useless, empty emotions? Well, just the fact that you apparently can tells me a good bit about you to me, actually. It shows that, no, you aren't a complete and total psychopath. You can experience some genuine, well, I don't know, empathy, I guess? Pity? So, you're just a murderous psychotic son of a bitch who just acts on his murderous impulses and doesn't even have the excuse of having a literally defective brain to fall back on for having little to no empathy for your victims whatsoever. So, You put in a little extra mental effort to choose to be a murderous son of a bitch compared to your average serial killer. So good on you, Kizami. You're an even bigger son of a bitch than a lot of serial killers that a lot of serial killers tend to be. I'd give you a medal and maybe a good sock to the face if I could.
俺にもまだそんな感情が生まれる未来が
Is there still
残されているというのか
Is there still some remnant of potential within a man like me to birth these paltry platitudes?
他の奴らとは違う
Maybe.
この俺にも
I'm not like the others. Oh, you could say that again. And yet, even I...
ですからあの子がそんなことするはずがありません
What's this? Are we gonna have a flashback? Well, as interested as I am here to see what this flashback will entail, I think we can actually, actually, no, wait. I'll just wait and see how this whole thing plays out first. Why not? I keep telling you, there's no way my little boy would do something like that.
残念ですが
But I'm afraid it's true.
本人はゆうやくんは相手の子を傷つけようと思ってハサミを持ったと言うんです
Your little boy, Yuuya, brandished a pair of scissors with intent to harm a fellow kindergarten student.
わざとやったとおっしゃるんですか
So you're saying this was done on purpose?
私たちが駆けつけた時彼は血だらけになった自分の手を見て笑っていました
By the time we arrived on the scene, he was looking down at his own bloodied hand and laughing. Kurosaki, I really can't believe that you've been friends with this guy ever since you were toddlers. You really know how to pick him.
とにかくこちらではもう対応しかねますお引き取りください
We've done everything we can for him on our end. How you wish to deal with him now is up to you.
待ってください
Please wait!
なんだ、あいつの目、潰れなかったのか。
Aww, I couldn't even manage to crush his eye. Nice to see that you had your priorities straight even when you were this young.
俺は幼い頃から命に思いやりを持ったり、他人の心を感じたりする方法がわからなかった。
Ever since I was little, I've been unable to put myself in another man's shoes. I possessed no sympathy, no empathy, and no respect for life. Yeah, we kind of already saw a demonstration of that with you attempting to murder a hamster.
次第に親たちは、あくまでも見るような目で、
I
俺を
still
疎
want to
んじ
beat
る
you
よ
the
う
hell
に
up
なる。
for. Slowly but surely, my parents started to see me like I was some kind of devil. They shunned me. And they ignored me. Well, you kind of are, so...
兄と姉ばかりに愛情を注ぎ始めた。成績優秀で人格者の兄と姉ばかり。
They'd focus all their love and affection on my older brother and sister. On my highly successful and generally upstanding brother and sister. I didn't know you had an older brother. I know you had an older sister.
さすが、周りが揃って認める人格者は違うと思ったよ。
Everybody liked them. And I began to realize just how different life was for people who were well regarded.
親でさえ諦めた俺を、兄と姉だけは接し続けていたんだ。
And since my parents had given up on me, those siblings were the only ones who ever looked after me.
特に兄貴は、その吐き気がするほどの優等生ぶりを振りかざし、熱心に俺をいい弟にしようとした。
My brother was particularly obnoxious, always flaunting his honorary student status and trying to make me into a good little boy. It was sickening, Sounds to me like he was just simply trying to help you succeed in academics, you ungrateful son of a bitch.
あいつは兄の立場を利用して、俺に命令し、俺にしつこくつきまとった。
He'd use his standing as my elder to boss me around, and would even follow me to make sure I was behaving. Considering your history, I think that's the least he could do.
そうだ。小学生の頃、俺は一度だけ本気で兄にぶつかったことがあったんだ。
But I did fight back once. Back in elementary school. I stood up to my older brother. What'd you do? What'd you do? Launch a firecracker at his face or something?
なんてことしてるんだ
What the hell are you doing?
ユウヤ、何を燃やしたんだ
Yuuya, what did you just burn?
何って動物だよ。ああ、匂うから怒ってんのか
It was an animal.
しょうがないじゃん。今殺したばかりでまだ血が残って。
Oh, are you mad because it smells? I just killed it now, so it still has some blood left in it. It was going to smell no matter what. Yeah, you really totally are just the sort of person who as a kid would just go around the neighborhood stealing people's pets and murdering them. That had to be somebody's pet, I'm sure.
何すんだよ、バカに
What the hell was that for, asshole? Because that was probably someone's pet you murdered? Boy? Kiddo? Stabbing McBurderpants Jr.? Actually, no, I should just call you Pocket Knife. When you're this tiny. I honestly had no idea why he'd struck me. But this was the first time I had ever been on the receiving end of violence. And I was pissed. I'm shocked that this is the first time you've ever been on the receiving end of violence. I tried to jump him, but he was just too big. I didn't stand a chance.
どうして命を大切にしないどうしてこんなこと殺すなんて
Why do you have so little regard for life? How can you just kill another living creature?
なぜこんなことするんだユウヤ
Why would you do something like that, Yuuya? Because he could?
うるせえ俺が拾ってきたんだ切り殺そうが何しようが俺の勝手だろ
You shut the fuck up! I'm the one who found it! I can do whatever the hell I want with it! I'd like to see you hold that mindset when you find a wild cougar in the woods. I couldn't believe the asshole actually threw a punch at me. I was determined to hit him back. I wasn't going to give up until I succeeded. Look at Pocket Knife being all courageous and... Sorry, I thought I heard something. But yeah, look at you being all courageous and determined. Unfortunately, his size really was an insurmountable obstacle for me. My attempt to fight back was cut short by another, much harder blow to the same cheek.
黙れ
Now you listen to me! This was twice now. I was so going to make him pay. I swore I'd injured him. My punch was going to connect. If I couldn't hit him in the head, any other part of his body would do just as well.
くそ先に生まれただけで偉そうにしやがって俺がもっとでかければ
Damn it. Just because you were born first, you think you're so tough. Well, if I were just a little bigger, he'd probably still find a way to put you in your place.
そういう問題じゃないだろ
You're not getting it!
成長しろユウヤ
You need to grow up, Yuuya!
本当に頭の悪い男でなければいずれ理解できるはずだ
As long as you're not a complete idiot, you'll understand what I'm telling you someday.
今ある体格差や年の差はすぐに何の意味もなくなる大事なのは心の成長なんだ
Are Our physical differences now aren't going to mean a damned thing in the future. Mental growth is what matters most.
他人の痛みがわかる人間になってくれ。
I want you to become someone who can sympathize with the pain other people feel. I could have sworn I saw tears welling up in his eyes. What the hell was that about? He just beat me up, and here he was looking sad. Damn it.
俺は兄貴とは違う。
I'm not like you. Yeah, we know, pocket knife, we know.
違わない。お前は俺の弟だ。
Yes, you are. You're my little brother.
ずっとお前は俺の弟だ。
You'll always be my little
それ
brother.
は一生変わらない。
Nothing can ever change that. Well, maybe Heavenly Host can. You know, with him having died later on and all that. At least you have the luxury of forgetting all about this little terror. Ugh, I can still remember what a disgustingly sentimental look he was giving me when he said that.
死ねよ死ね死ね死ね兄貴なんか殺してやる
You could
何すんだよ
you could die too then. Just die. Die, die, die. I don't care if you're my brother. I'll kill. What the hell?
ゆうややめなさい
Yuuya, cut it out.
話せ話せよ待てよバカに
Let me go. Get your hands off of me. Wait, asshole.
いいか。大事なのは心の成長だ。胸に刻み込んでおけ。
Listen, mental growth is what matters most. Carve that into your heart. Never forget it.
偽善者が
Fucking hypocrite.
思いっきりぶん殴りやがって
He acts all kind, but his punches hurt like a son of a bitch. Kind of like you, actually. Huh, pocket knife.
ゆうや
Yuuya,
大丈夫頭打たなかった
are you alright? You didn't suffer a head trauma or anything, did you? Why are you expressing any care for him? He earned those punches.
ほっとけよ
Just leave me alone.
今はまだわからなくてもきっとあんたが大人になれば理解できるから
You may not understand what he was trying to tell you right now, but one day, when you've grown up, you will.
俺のことを理解できないのは姉貴たちの方だろ
Neither of you know the first damn thing about me.
なんで俺が一番下なんだよ
Why? Why the last one to be born? Because mommy and daddy, they did it together once, they did it together twice, and you are number 3, so you came last. That's why. There is a natural order of things, and unfortunately for everybody involved, you are the last natural order of things.
下の兄弟が欲しい俺ならもっと理解して絶対に可愛がってやるのに
I want a younger sibling. Maybe then I'd have some clue what the fuck you two are talking about. Man, I'd love the piss out of a younger brother or sister. Well, you're certainly loving the piss out of somebody right now, unfortunately.
兄さんも私もあんたが大好きよ
And we do love you, Yuuya. Both of us.
はあ
Huh?
私たちは分かってるからあんたが本当は優しい子だってこと
We know that you're a good kid at heart. Then he's right. You don't know the first thing about him at all.
この子のお墓作ってあげようねゆうや
Come on. Let's make a grave for this little critter. Okay, Yuuya?
そんなんゴミ箱に捨てりゃいいだろ
A trash can would be just fine.
ゆうや
Yuuya!
あんたこのままじゃ一生一人ぼっちになっちゃうよ
If you keep this up, you're going to be alone your whole life. Better for everybody else, if you ask me. My sister grabbed me by both of my shoulders and looked me right in the eyes when she said this. But I didn't care about words she was saying. I I just pushed her away.
俺のことが好きだから俺のことを分かったふりをするなこの嘘つき女
So you're doing this because you love me, huh? Don't act like you have the first clue what I'm all about, you lying bitch!
ゆうや嘘って
Yuuya, it's the truth.
俺は誰も信じない
I don't trust you. I don't trust anyone.
誰にも負けない俺に嘘をつくやつは許さない
I won't lose to anyone either. And I certainly won't tolerate other people lying to me.
絶対だ
Not ever!
そうだった。この頃からだ。
You know, this whole flashback really is telling me quite a lot about you. And not just what I also stated earlier, but looking at everything you've done all the way up until now and comparing to this flashback, your whole actions up until now almost kind of read to me like an overgrown kid throwing a temper tantrum over not getting his way. And you just wanting to, you know, have a younger sister to essentially love. And by that we know what you mean is bully around and shit. Just so you could basically feel better about yourself. You really are just throwing a temper tantrum, aren't you? You are sad. Damn entertaining though, but sad as fuck. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the episode off here. I think the flashback's pretty much over. We can continue getting some more backstory for our favorite little pocket knife in the next episode. And, well, you know, see what else he's gonna do to poor Yuka. Much to probably everybody's eventual horror. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Corpse Party Book of Shadows. If you did, and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.